Okay, Mr. Rajashekaran and Nasir Abdullah haven't come into the debate.
Eat my words.
Nasir Abdullah first. Go ahead. Go ahead. You've heard the
you were
debate.
going to ask me...
No, my question
Yes,
to
I've
you is,
heard
have you
that,
changed your
but
position? You were
saying
among
that I
those
will eat
people
my
who
words.
spread the theory that she had probably overdosed, that she had committed suicide. There were some people who spread the theory she had lupus. Rubbish. Some people said she died by having coconut water. Rubbish.
It's not rubbish.
Some people said she was depressed. Rubbish.
One thing at a time.
All kinds of rubbish theories were
One
spread.
thing at a time.
No, my question is that the coke. No, 1 second.
You said about lupus, it's not rubbish.
It's rubbish.
Lupus is not rubbish.
You don't know. It's
How do you say
absolute
that?
rubbish.
How do you, hang on. How do you know? She talked to me 2 months before. She told me what are you?
How do I know?
at?
How do I know she talked to you?
What's wrong with you?
Where's your proof?
Why would she lie to me?
Where was your proof?
Am I stupid?
Where's your
Is
proof?
she stupid?
How do
Or
I
am
believe you? The
stupid?
medical reports don't say so.
Why would no? Screw the medical report.
I'll show you the medical reports.
She told me.
She told you what?
She told me.
She told you she had lupus. No, 1 second.
You want to listen?
I'm listening.
I don't want to
Okay, let him speak.
Honey,
Let him speak.
honey, listen to me. Give me 30 seconds and then I'm gone. I'm okay. She
Arnab,
told me about the problem. Hello. She told me about the problem.
What problem?
And I've only heard about.
Okay, I just
about
need the
lupus
medical reports.
stuff.
I'm bringing
Hang
the
on.
medical reports in.
Please.
No,
let
I'm just
me
getting
say
the
this
medical
little bit.
reports so that you see. I'll tell you one thing,
Go
Nasir Abdullah. I'm not
please
saying that
don't
you are
tell
a
me
person
anything.
with malicious intent.
No.
1 second.
I'm
1
not
second.
criticizing.
I'm not saying you are a person with malicious intent. Nor am I saying that you know who the murderers are. What I'm saying is there are a bunch of people who are shedding crocodile tears who first said she committed suicide by having Alprax. Then when that they realized did not work, then they started spreading the rumor that she had lupus, another rubbish theory. When that didn't work, then they said no, she died by having coconut water, which led to an increase in potassium levels, again rubbish. When nothing worked there, she said she was just depressed. And all of this is 100% rubbish. Do you realize what you're saying tonight? Are you spreading a falsehood on national television?
Do you realize?
Why are you
that
spreading
you're
a
not letting me
falsehood on
speak?
national television?
What
is your agenda?
That you're calling me a liar?
No, I'm saying it's a falsehood. I'm not calling you a liar.
Oh.
I'm saying you're spreading a falsehood. I'm not calling you a liar. There's a difference between the two.
Can you give me 30 seconds?
I'll give you 30 seconds.
I don't need to
I'll
lie
get the
here.
medical
I'm
report.
not being paid to lie. She told me she had lupus, which is a very debilitating a malady.
Your medical
and it
reports
needs
say
a
she
lot-
doesn't have lupus, for God's sake.
Please, you're saying the same thing again and again.
Because you're saying what
Thank you
Shashi
very
Tharoor
much.
says,
I'm
which
not-
is rubbish. She didn't have
For
lupus.
God, I don't care what anybody said. I am telling you what I got from the horse's mouth.
Why do I believe
I will not have
you?
a dead ass tell me. I will not have a dead ass tell me. This is the report. I don't know how they found out she didn't have lupus. Maybe she was lying to me. But I
Oh, so
told
now
her
Shashi
this-
Tharoor is lying.
Hang on.
So,
hang
no,
on,
Sunanda
hang on,
Pushkar
hang
is
on.
lying.
I told her,
This is
listen to me
incredible.
for God's sake. Don't be a headmaster.
I'm not being a
I told
headmaster.
her, so please let me be a good student. Let me say something for God's sake. I told her to do a meditation course called Vipassana, which also Kiran Bedi admires a lot. She introduced it in the Tihar jail because it's a brilliant piece of work. It has made remarkable differences. In
I think you're running. I think this cocktail circuit is running out of. I think this cocktail circuit is living in a make-believe world.
Forgotten the fact.
This cocktail circuit of Lutyens Delhi is beginning to live in a make-believe world of its own.
Are you calling me a liar?
No, I'm not. I'm saying you're potentially a member of the Lutyens Delhi cocktail
I'm not saying
circuit.
it was the cause of the suicide.
No, I'm
Having
saying,
said that-
you tell me one thing. You and Sanjay Roy tell me one thing. Did all of you not spread the
no, I'm not
possibility?
with Sanjay
No, you
Roy.
tell me. You and Sanjay Roy tell me one thing.
I want
Was
to
this
come in
theory
with
not spread
anybody.
that she
I
could have
want to
possibly
come in with
overdosed?
This theory, please.
No, you tell me.
Arnab, I want to-
No, I want Sanjay Roy to tell me, was this theory also not spread? She could have overdosed on Alprax. If that was the case, tell me, Sanjay Roy, if she had overdosed, can you tell us on...
Who spread
I'm not
the
for
theory,
Alprax.
Arnab?
Well, the whole world, so-called friends of Sunanda Pushkar, first spread the theory that she had...
Who's the whole world?
Well, the whole
That's
world,
the fact.
including you.
As Mr. Singh said very rightly, if you're saying me, please show me the recording or take it back.
Did you not believe in the lupus theory?
Said Alprax. I am sorry, I did not say this.
Do you believe in the lupus theory?
If you're talking about
Do you
lying,
believe in the
lying.
lupus theory,
You
the
are lying
Alprax
on
theory, the
national
coconut
television.
water theory?
You guys refuse to listen to Mr. Singh. I will not listen to any theory except that one that's proved. Let
Really?
them prove what happened. All of us have been carrying on saying that
please
let
allow
it
me
be
to come in
proved
on
there's an
this one.
SIT that's been put in place.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in the SIT,
No. One
scrap the
minute.
SIT.
Are you
Let
near a
Times Now be
TV
the
set,
investigation
Mr.
agency.
Are you near a TV
Because
set,
finally
Mr.
it's about
Sanjoy
Times
Roy?
Now deciding
Sanjoy Roy.
what is true or not true.
Sanjoy
The
Roy,
rest
are you
of
near
it
a
is
TV set?
irrelevant.
Are you
How
near
does
a
it
TV
matter?
set?
Come in
Are you
on
near a
this.
TV
MS
set?
Singh is
Very important
irrelevant.
point to
I'm
make.
irrelevant. Nasiruddin Abdullah is irrelevant. Everybody is irrelevant who doesn't believe in your theory.
1 second.
So you propagate your
suicide
theory
is a
and
possibility.
go and
Are the
hang
doctors
yourself.
relevant or are they also irrelevant?
It's a ridiculous.
Arnab, please.
it's
Are
a
the doctors
ridiculous-
relevant?
It's a ridiculous
Please.
debate.
Are
You
the
guys
doctors
haven't
relevant?
listened. You're not even willing to listen to Mr.
The last
Singh,
time you called the
who has
debate
said some
ridiculous
very
was when you were
pertinent
vehemently
things.
defending
He has
Tarun
answered
Tejpal.
every- He has answered every one of your points. Give him a chance.
I am asking
You want to hang
No, no,
everybody.
sir,
Delhi police
no,
is
no.
bad. The whole world is bad.
302 FIR
Forget
has
me,
been
yeah,
registered.
we are
Then
Delhi
what is the
National
next
Circuit.
stage?
We are
Why
irrelevant.
Shashi Tharoor has not been
Abdullah,
arrested till now?
Abdullah, finally
on the
you.
screen.
We are agreeing that it is a 302
I'm not
FIR.
interested.
It's a murder. When you've registered 302,
Yeah,
had it been in the
then let
normal
the-
course, the husband would have
Right
been
from the
arrested,
beginning,
investigated. Why Shashi Tharoor has not been
right
arrested
from
till
the
now?
beginning has said,
In how many
let
cases
the law take
302
its course.
the
He
accused has not been
he has-
arrested? The way it is happening, why can you tell me 5 cases where 302 is registered and the husband has not been arrested? When it is very
I'm not
clear.
a lawyer. I'm not part of the police. I
See,
can't
that
tell
is
you.
what we are
This
saying.
is against
SIT, no, you are
conjecture.
saying SIT. SIT, we have no faith. We have no faith in Delhi police.
I am
Dr.
not saying
Rajesh
SIT.
Shekhar.
I think
Agency.
SIT has been established.
Arnab.
If
No.
you all don't believe in the SIT, you all investigate.
Because they are only towing the political
Please allow
line.
me to get-
Whatever
Please,
instructions.
My question tonight, and I know why Sanjoy Roy is getting upset. Sanjoy, relax. 1 second. Sanjoy, relax.
I'm not getting upset.
Sanjoy, relax. I'm
Roy is
asking
not
you a
getting
question.
upset.
Listen to me.
Sanjoy Roy gets upset when you all have idiotic discussions on
Yeah,
the
so
channel.
Sanjoy Roy, you know something.
waste
If you
everybody's
think
time.
this is
Arnab,
idiotic,
you asked me a question.
if you think this is idiotic, I can use more colorful language to
What are you
respond to
reacting to
you,
what
but my
Mr. Singh is
decency
saying?
prohibits me from
Please-
descending to your level. Okay, my decency prohibits me from descending to your level.
Brilliant.
Thank you. My question is, if she had committed suicide, and if you can't answer the question, say I can't. If she had committed suicide, why were friends close to Shashi Tharoor floating theories of illnesses she did not have? She didn't have lupus.
Why would
She didn't die of drinking too much coconut water.
Now my question to you.
She didn't have an autoimmune disease,
Arnab, again-
TB, other disease.
Arnab,
She was not a
Arnab,
clinically
you're back
sick
in
person.
conjecture. You're back
And
in the
I'm not
world
her
of
best
conjecture.
friend.
I am asking you, why were all of Sunanda Pushkar's
Please,
friends,
come on.
Shashi Tharoor's friends, spreading the theory that there was a really sick
But I
person?
disagree with what you're saying.
We were not spreading. I didn't spread it.
I am
was
really
told
sorry. I
to
disagree
my
with what
face.
you're
The
saying.
law says
I was
Evidence
told
Act,
to my
medical
face
opinion has
that
to
she
be
had
based
lupus.
upon.
We had a
145 of the
discussion about
Evidence
it.
Act says medical
one
opinion
quick
is
point on
final.
lupus, please.
And when it says she did not
can't
have
just throw
lupus, we have to
everything
believe
out.
by that.
Mr. Rajashekaran has not participated in the debate so far. I'd like to go across to him, please.
Arnab, what I want to say about lupus, please hear me out. Assuming that she even did accept that she had this disease called lupus. Now, what explains the bite mark on her? Did she bite herself or was it somebody else? And in case there was a bite mark as injury number 12 in from the 15 injuries found on her, where is the DNA report? Don't you think that should be questioned?
It should be.
How was that? Would she bite herself? It's a disease where you brush your skin against somebody, it gives you a bruise. What explains the bite mark? I don't think this is an idiotic
Okay, so
question. Where is
here's
the
no.
DNA report?
You see what happens is tonight. I think
point in going into that
what's his
because
name?
that has been
Sanjoy
ruled
Roy.
out
One sec. I think
completely.
Sanjoy Roy has insulted all the viewers tonight by calling this an idiotic debate. Sanjoy Roy last used such kind of language when he appeared
must
defending
have
his
that.
friend Tarun Tejpal. Now he can conclude for himself who was the
you
idiot
can
in
add
that
everything
case.
up. You can add everything up, Arnab, of course.
Now, my
You can
point is,
attack
I'm
anybody
not
who
going to
has a
respond to you
different
in that way. My
Please
question,
look
I'm
at
on
the
fact tonight. I'm on fact. Friends of Shashi Tharoor were
Unfortunately, there's not one fact. There's not one fact that you've given. You've shouted down for Mr. Singh who's giving you 20 facts.
All right,
Answer
relax,
him.
please. Relax.
Let him
Mr.
give you the
Singh is
facts.
capable of defending
He's somebody
himself.
with great experience.
No. Can I just tell you? You see, the problem with Sanjoy Roy, the problem with Sanjoy Roy is something. I'm coming to you, Mr. Rajashekaran. The problem with Sanjoy Roy is something which is probably intentional or unintentional. It can be described in one word. He is ignorant. And I'll tell you why he's ignorant. Because he doesn't know that a doctor friend of
I have
Shashi
no
Tharoor...
idea about investigation.
No, I'll tell you.
You're
Listen to me. I'll
150%
explain your
right.
ignorance. It is not your fault that you're ignorant. You might be inadvertently ignorant. My point is, a doctor friend, Dr. Dilip Gupta, who is also, by the way, in Dubai, on February 12th, tried to push the lupus theory, saying Sunanda had told a friend she had been diagnosed by lupus that would bruise easily. That's a nice explanation for saying why she had 15 bruise marks. A close friend of Shashi Tharoor, TP Srinivasan, and that's why I'm calling you ignorant on television and to your face tonight. TP Srinivasan tried to push the lupus angle, saying Shashi Tharoor had told him about his wife ailing from lupus. On what basis? The medical reports say she had no lupus. Second theory was she drank too much coconut water. Rajiv Bhasin sends an email to Shashi Tharoor floating this theory on 26 January 2014. Shashi Tharoor quickly forwards it to the director of AIMS via mutual friends. Gets shot down by fact. Theory number 3 was that she had autoimmune disease. Everything is failing by now. Then you say lupus failed, Alprax failed. Now we spread this coconut water theory, that failed. Then you say she's a clinically sick person. Friend Sridevi Badiga recalls Sunanda's illness, saying she had a sinking feeling, trying to indicate she was a mentally suicidal person. Completely wrong. Gets shot down by fact. So all these theories get shot down by fact, and tonight this circuit around Shashi Tharoor is really nervous, probably, that the murder angle is being investigated. What was all this about? She's depressed, she had coconut water, she had lupus,
The
she had
murder angle, I
Alprax,
think,
all
has been
rubbish.
investigated right from the beginning, Arnab.
Ah, Mr.
From the very
now your
first
tone
day, I
changes.
think there was an investigation.
Why make it
and
into-
that,
For
no, I'm
Shashi
sorry, it
Tharoor and
doesn't
against-
mean-
No, because all these people, I'm not saying for or Shashi Tharoor, but all these people are friends of Shashi Tharoor or known to Shashi Tharoor.
I was on your
Into a
show and
debate
you asked
for
me
and against Shashi
No, it's
Tharoor.
not for and against. I'm simply
Yeah.
saying, do you think, let me ask you,
Yeah.
do you feel Shashi Tharoor should be in hiding, or do you think he should come out and take some serious questions?
Let me make it
He
very
will
clear
have to
you.
ask serious questions.
We
There's no
are
doubt
here
about
for
that.
justice
But you know,
for
on the
a
one hand, you
woman
say the police
whose murder
are
has
incompetent.
been
They took
Of course.
1 year.
Because
And
I
on the
and
other
my
hand,
husband.
how are they so competent that they made a murder charge?
1 second, the police changed their line 6 months after the Modi government takes over. So it's very easy. Let me ask you this question, Rahul Singh. You have been a journalist, you understand this presumably very easily. Why it's very convenient. Before the elections, the police does not act. It waits to see what the political dispensation is. Shashi Tharoor is not a nobody. The lady is the wife of Shashi Tharoor who has died. Right? He's a politically connected person. The Delhi police goes slow. After the elections, if you follow the case, the Congress party begins to say, now it's politically motivated if you go after it. So you are damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You understand? There is political pressure which is building on the Delhi police in this case. Presumably, all the facts add up. Otherwise, this case would have been closed a long time back. It hasn't been.
No, but
It's moving in fits and starts, Rahul.
don't we have to wait until they produce
How
the
long?
evidence?
10 years, 5
no,
years.
evidence
A
for the
simple
murder.
open and shut case.
No,
Some evidence for the
Rajashekaran,
murder.
Mr. Rajashekaran must be allowed to make his debut on the debate. Mr. Rajashekaran, sorry, please. Yes, go ahead. You've been listening for a long time.
Yeah, Arnab, see, everybody has forgotten that with due respect to Mrs. Sunanda Pushkar Tharoor, she is a 50-year-old lady getting married to a 60-year-old man.
What?
And they were living very happily, and they had an affair and all this stuff. And she is the third wife of Shashi Tharoor, and Shashi Tharoor is the third husband of Sunanda Pushkar.
What does that have to do
keeping
with
into
anything?
all
I mean,
this,
I don't understand
the
your
Delhi-
argument.
No, I'm not arguing. I'm just telling you the facts. I'm just bringing the
No,
facts.
what?
to your
She's the
notice.
third wife,
See,
30th
this all
wife,
is in the public
300th
domain.
wife. What relevance does it have to the case?
No. See, the police have taken 354 days to file an FIR of 302 IPC, and they let them investigate the matter and let them disperse with.
No,
the
what does this third wife, second wife, second husband, fourth wife
why
angle to
hypothetically
this?
convict somebody for if he's innocent?
Look
why
at this
hypothetically convict
audacity.
This is
somebody
such a
else?
chauvinistic argument you
Talking
presented.
about, again, bringing her own personal life. You know, what has it got to do with
No,
her
it's
third
not
marriage
possible.
or
It's
whatever?
in the public domain.
This is
You got to
audacity.
Google, you get
This
everything.
is audacity.
This is nothing to
How
do
can
personal.
you-
They are
how
public,
can you-
public
no.
figures, and it's
See,
ridiculous.
No, I want to ask the lawyer
Why
there.
are you?
You
no,
talk
what are you
so
trying
many
to
things
cast
personal,
aspersions
and
on
when
her
you talk
personal life?
something which is in
How
the
can
public
you do
domain,
that?
you get irritated. Come on,
It is-
there should be some kind of
No,
ethics
no,
and
but
morality
how can
talking
you
in a
cast?
debate.
No, you
See,
are
it is in the
casting
public domain.
aspersions
I
on a
don't have
woman's
anything personal.
personal life.
No, how can
And
you
that
say
is
it is
why you all
personal?
wanted to
It is-
cover it up by saying she committed suicide. Every time the finger is always pointed to Sunanda Pushkar herself.
You should apply
and
your
now,
mind
and you
without
were saying she
any
committed
biased
suicide.
attitude.
No,
That should be
you
the
apply
attitude
your
of somebody
mind.
who is
You
investigating.
apply your
You
mind.
should not
What
be
are you
biased.
talking? You are again trying to.
No, I'm talking the
you are
facts.
again trying to
It is the
cast
facts.
person
Why
is
are you
pointing
getting
finger to
irritated?
her.
It's in the public
How can
domain.
you do that? No,
No,
this
why
is
should-
not
why should something not
acceptable.
debated
This is
when
not
everything is in the
acceptable
public
at all
domain?
because no.
No, no, one sec.
What do you mean by that? You people have been. That is why you said that she committed suicide.
You should not
Every
assassinate
one of
somebody's
you
character
tried.
by
You all
personally
gang
attacking
together
it.
to
This is
prove
not
that she
facts.
committed
Why
suicide.
to assassinate
No.
somebody's character for no
This is
rhyme or
not.
reason?
What do you mean by
For
that?
no rhyme or
So
reason.
what has it got to do with her murder?
No, one second. One
What
minute.
has it
Mr.
got to do with her
Rajashekaran, Mr.
murder?
Rajashekaran, 1 minute. Nupur will also want to respond to this. First of all, I want to know from you who is assassinating whose character. Am I assassinating Shashi Tharoor's character by saying he should come out of hiding? Am I assassinating Shashi Tharoor's character by saying he should come on the news? Am I assassinating Shashi Tharoor's character by asking whether a top journalist warned him that Sunanda Pushkar was going to do a news conference? And in fact, I think there should be another investigation into whether any top...
Investigate. Let them come with the facts.
There should be an investigation into whether a top journalist...
Police investigates the matter.
There should be an investigation into whether a top journalist was alerting Shashi Tharoor
I'm not accusing anybody.
that there would be a press conference of his wife the next morning.
Arnab,
Do you realize what I'm saying?
there is a...
Yeah, that is the main thing.
So are you implying?
No, I'm not implying anything. I'm asking questions.
She
You are
wanted
drawing
to
the implication.
tell something to the
And all the
media.
questions you're asking would be asked to Mr. Tharoor or any other party involved in it.
All that Mr.
what
Sharoor has to
is
do,
there?
Rahul Singh, is
There
come
is
and
an
give his point of view.
FIR.
That's it.
No, but what
Who's-
was the
The bottom line, there is
motive?
an
No, no, the
FIR.
motive I don't
Under
know.
section
I don't know the
2
motive. I'm not
of
accusing anyone of murder.
If there's been a murder, there
Whoever
must
has
be a
to be
motive
investigated
for
will
that
be
murder.
investigated.
No, no, but Mr.
Thankfully, there is an SIT. Maybe somebody from the Supreme Court, a retired judge, should come
They have
on
to
board
come with
as
the facts
well.
and truth. And they have to investigate the case properly.
Now tell me. Now tell me. Now tell me. Let me go back to Sanjoy Roy. Let me go back to Sanjoy Roy, who I hope continues to later regret his extremely regrettable words, saying this is an idiotic issue. By saying so, you have insulted the memory of the deceased, Sunanda Pushkar, in
It's an
this
idiotic
case.
debate.
I think it's a very relevant debate. You'll have to eat your words. Now tell me, is it true, Sanjoy Roy, that Sunanda Pushkar at some point of time had also said that she had taken too much flack in the IPL scam, for the IPL controversy? Is it true or not?
No, true in what sense?
True, there's no sense. It's either true or false. She was quoted by a newspaper as saying
No, true about what?
that she had taken too much flack
Then
for the
ask
IPL
newspaper,
scam.
Because I've never had a conversation.
It was reported.
I have no
Here is
idea.
here is the
I'm
quote.
not,
Since you don't
Sunanda.
know, let me tell you. She says, Economic
No, I
Times,
don't
January
know. I
15,
don't know, and
2015.
I can't say yes or no.
No,
because
I'm telling you,
haven't had a conversation.
I'm
There's no
telling you,
point
you are
asking
not.
me that.
No, 1 second. Because you passed these comments saying idiotic and all. I forgive your ignorance.
I can't tell you it's true or false.
I'll tell you it's
Thank
true.
you. So
No,
don't ask
I'll
the
tell
question
you.
then.
It was a rhetorical question. It's true, and I'll tell you why. But I forgive you for your ignorance, feigned or real, voluntary or involuntary, whatever your ignorance is. Every person has a right to remain
Delhi
ignorant.
cocktail circuit is ignorant.
No, I'm asking. I'm not telling you. Don't feel
like
apologetic
that.
for a
It's a
cocktail
collective-
circuit.
it's
This
a
is the
collective
quote
unit.
of the Economic Times.
I'm
Listen here,
really
please.
sorry. Yeah.
Sanjoy Roy, listen here. Open your eyes. This is the quote. The quote says, "I took upon myself the crimes of this man during the IPL. I will not allow this to be done to me." January 15th, 2014. I am repeating as a caveat. I am not making any implication. I'm not accusing anyone. I'm just saying this is an interesting quote. Isn't it interesting? I'm quoting from a public
You've been
record.
making implications. And
Is this an
accusing
interesting quote? No, is this an interesting quote?
people. Arnab,
Is it an interesting
what
quote?
is the question you're asking?
No, is it an interesting quote?
How is it relevant to any investigation? Let the investigation.
No, what was she talking
Any
about?
interesting
IPL.
quote
We all
about
know there was
an
IPL scam.
How do I know? I mean, she.
No, you
she's-
don't know.
she's not
I'm
here
not expecting
anymore.
you to know.
I mean, you can't. I don't know. And again, you keep saying you're not making implications.
So if you don't know, then don't call any debate
I don't know how
idiotic.
you
When you
get to
don't
be
know anything,
legal.
then say I'm ignorant. Don't pass judgments on the debate. Understood?
stakes were
Yeah.
very high.
Don't
Lot of
invite me onto the
unpleasant
show.
secrets
Your
would have
ignorance
come
is
out.
your problem.
About the Kochi team, lot of money scandal would have come out, and these were the reasons that she was silenced.
Whatever
This
the
is
reasons,
fact.
I am not. You see, whatever the reason, and I am telling you, it is, by the way, it is ridiculous of you, Mr. Rajashekaran, to say she was the second wife or third wife, he was the second husband, and that changes the fact. I expect you responsibly to apologize for what you said. You ought to take it back because you are running out of
He's unfortunately
It
dead.
is a fact.
what fact?
fact.
One, we'll get Nupur Sharma to respond.
Please, 1 second. I'd like
court
to.
of trial.
No.
It will be taken into consideration.
Nupur will respond to you. Let's have them on the screen, please.
Whatever statement that she has made.
Deal a case on
Please.
merits. You should not have emotional attachment to a
Sir,
case. It is a murder case.
are
It
you
has to be
getting
discussed on the
hysterical?
evidence.
Sir, please
Why
calm
should
down.
this not be discussed on
Give
merits?
others an opportunity to
I
also
have due
finish.
respect to
Please
Sunanda
calm
Pushkar.
down.
I have due respect to
Please
women who-
calm down.
You have one second. I'll tell you one thing, Mr. Rajashekaran. Mr. Rajashekaran, let me say something.
getting so hysterical?
Let me say something now, Mr. Rajashekaran. You have probably, and please hear me now, and I put Nupur and Mr. Rajashekaran on air. I have to say this to you. You probably have as much respect for Sunanda Pushkar as those people who violated journalistic ethics yesterday by putting out pictures of her dead body. Those people, a disgrace to journalism, who apologized the next day by putting out pictures of Sunanda Pushkar and saying inert, and then give lectures about the TRP obsessed culture. And that's why viewers reject those people, because they lecture and they are hypocrites at the same level. Now, my point is very simple. I'm putting out, yes, I speak on facts on the news. I am putting out a piece of paper. It gives you the medical records. Please let there be a zoom in on this, please. And let Mr. Rajashekaran and everyone see. Right? Now, please see. Interpretation of medical documents of deceased Sunanda Pushkar. 1 second, sir. You're a lawyer. Please listen. Please listen, sir.
It's a bad
She did not have a cardiac problem. She was not suffering from hypertension, not suffering from diabetes, not suffering from tuberculosis, did not have disease of brains, lungs, liver and kidneys, thoroughly investigating no autoimmune connective disease found to be normal. Deceased Sunanda Pushkar was thoroughly investigated for systemic lupus erythematosus, SLE. She was found to be not suffering from lupus. All above medical documents, 211 pages given by IO conclude deceased Sunanda Pushkar was neither ill nor had any disease prior to her death. She was a normal, healthy individual. See this. See this, Mr. Abdullah.
Can you tell me why?
No, see this,
Can you
Mr.
tell me
Abdullah.
why? No, I
What?
have
No,
seen
no.
it. Can you tell me why she would tell me 2 months earlier?
How do I know what
would
she
be
told
her
you?
Intention?
How do I know what
How
she
do
told you?
know? Oh, so you think I might be inventing it. Thank you very much, my friend. I lie a lot, but not about these things.
No, I don't
What do
know.
I get out of it? It is just a fact that she told me.
She
Would
could have
be
told you
lying?
she
Am
could
I
have died
lying?
of
Grow
lupus.
up. No. That's another story.
That's
She
not
told
another
me she
story.
had
Why
a
are people
problem.
spreading these stories?
It is not a big deal.
No,
I'm not
yes,
saying
today,
that is the cause of her death.
to the
Also,
immediate
I say
story,
there's
I'll tell you
still
the story that was
possibility-
spread
there's
within
still a possibility of
seconds.
suicide.
I'll tell you the story
I'm
that was
happy to-
spread within seconds. We can judge these facts. Let us check. The story that was spread within seconds by her so-called friends, right, was, oh, Sunanda killed herself. Right? Including Shashi Tharoor's private assistant, I forget his name, went around and said there is no foul play. How did he know? How did Shashi Tharoor's private assistant, you tell me, Sanjay Roy, you tell me, Sanjay Roy, ignorant or not, you tell me, Sanjay Roy, why would his private assistant say there was no foul play? Is he an investigating officer? Is he an investigating
You
officer?
would
Tell
like
me,
to believe
Sanjay.
there isn't.
It was a well-written.
No, I want Sanjay to answer this.
Read out.
That's, why are you asking me?
Why am I asking you? Why am I asking you? What is your guess?
Yeah.
Why was everybody spreading the theory she killed herself?
I have no comment. No, don't keep saying everybody spreading the theory, Arnab. You can't
everybody is
generalize
spreading.
about everything. At the end of the day, right from the beginning, Shashi himself has said he's happy to join the investigation.
No. His private assistant said there was no foul play. How did he know?
Forget the private I don't
How
know
did
who
he
the
know?
I don't know. I'm not interested. I'm not
Did
here.
Shashi
I
Tharoor
don't
tell
know
him to
how
keep
the
quiet?
doctors
You
how
find
do I
out
know-
that she didn't
How
have
do I know
lupus.
that you know that
I
he
want
Did
to
he tell him to
know
keep
how
quiet?
the
Move on from
doctors
this,
find
yeah.
out from a
the
dead
private
body
assistant is
if she
also
had
a police
lupus or not.
officer. It would have
Might
been
be in the initial stages. How do the doctors know that she didn't have lupus?
In fact, I
would
say
like to
this.
find out.
No,
Then
in
we'll
fact,
go
I
on to
say this.
Google, and then I can blow
I'll
my
tell you
Google.
this.
You're challenging.
No,
medical
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you,
Absolutely
Nupur,
I
1
am,
minute.
because
I'll tell
you
you.
are
I
challenging
think
my
I think a
honesty.
lot of what
You are
these
challenging my
so-called
honesty.
friends.
You are challenging
No,
my
I'll tell you.
Faith in
Now,
the
Mr.
independence
Abdullah,
and
relax.
the
Medical
judiciary
authority.
of this
Mr. Abdullah.
Challenging medical
Let the
authority.
court
Mr.
decide.
Abdullah, I am neither a medical
Let the
expert
court
nor a
decide.
detective,
Decide.
but I am a
Good for
journalist.
you.
And I'm not a journalist who holds
unfair.
allegiances to cocktail circuits.
Yes. So,
Okay?
What is this cocktail business? And I'm
Well, I'm
not a
telling you the
liar.
cocktail
Thank you very
business. The
much.
cocktail business is a reference to those people moving around in a so-called cocktail circuit who claim to be friends of Sunanda Pushkar, who immediately spread the theory that she had killed herself.
I
I'm
barely
asking
know
you,
her.
how did they know
Arnab,
she had killed
Trying
herself?
to
I
derail the
barely know her.
investigation purposely.
But
How do
don't
I
give
know?
me this stuff. Don't show me reports on paper when I am telling you repeatedly. I'm willing
You don't
to swear
believe in
on
the
my
reports.
mother and all the gods in the universe. She told me this. So
You don't
do
believe
not
these
insinuate that I'm a liar.
I'm
you
not
don't
co-
believe me? Who cares? Throw that report in the dustbin.
all
I don't know
but the
about the
law
other
says
report.
that the
About
medical
lupus,
opinion will
throw it
be
in the
taken into
dustbin.
consideration.
All
Throw it in the
diseases-
dustbin. Tell the
Indian
doctors to
all
find out
diseases,
again. How did they find out on a
non-diseases,
dead
it's
body?
known
How did
not
they
what
find
she
out
was
on a dead
talking.
body that a lady has lupus or not? Let's find out.
All
Send the
diseases-
viscera reports to the US. You have
on.
sent the poison reports
is
to the
going.
US. Send it,
It will
also.
go, it will go, it will
Send
go.
even the other reports.
It will
Maybe
go.
You know,
the
all
Indian medical
diseases-
Mr.
authorities
Rajashekharan.
are not
Mr.
qualified.
Rajashekharan, Mr. Rajashekharan, given the
Arnab,
questions...
Even the statement on the IPL, I think all links, leads, and loopholes is a matter of investigation. Nobody is pinning the blame on any one particular person. I fail to understand why are so many people on the panel going.
No, no, you
getting
see,
so
I'll tell you this whole-
hysterical.
this whole
Also,
theory.
casting
I'm getting
aspersions-
hysterical because I'm being called a liar.
Casting aspersions on somebody's character who's actually dead
Yeah,
is
yeah.
very unfortunate.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what people are trying to do here.
And my
Yes,
It's a matter
absolutely.
of investigation,
Assassinated,
not
I'm
her
alive.
character, but what killed her and who killed her is a
Then
matter of investigation.
also,
Now let that be.
Arnab, that also proves the point that all these boys club who tried to defend, spread theories, spread rumors, told about her health, everybody knew everything to prove that she committed suicide. That was the boys club, and whatever you want to call it, cocktail circuit.
seems
or
other
whatever you
people
want to
know
call
more
it.
than the
And
Delhi
that's very
police did.
obvious from even this program, calling the discussion idiotic because
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of us are wanting answers. All of us want to
Was
know
it
what
me?
really happened to this woman. Why everybody ganged together to prove
let
it's
the Delhi
suicide?
police
And
do its
today,
investigation
after
and
1
then
year,
Certainly
the
seems
police
that
says
they
it's
know
a
more than
murder.
Delhi police
So we
does.
want justice.
One last
we want
line.
justice
The way
for
people are jumping
Sunanda,
into it,
that's
let
all.
the investigation
So
be
let them-
under Section
so let them
302
get on with the
IPC.
One
job.
last
And
line
now-
that makes me
Bottom
think
line is
it
there
could
is
be
an
a suicide.
No, no, what's it? What's it? This is what-
Last line that makes me think
You
it
know.
could be a suicide still.
Why
You know, I think this is defamatory.
I'm not defending
I'm telling you, I'll tell you what is defamatory. What this group of people who shed crocodile tears for Sunanda Pushkar, they have defamed her. Because they have in fact defamed her after her death. Because they have said first that she killed herself when she probably didn't, certainly didn't. Then they said she had lupus, which she didn't have. Then some people said she had coconut water and killed herself. Some people said she was suicidal and depressed. All kinds of stories have been spread about Sunanda Pushkar, all of which are a bunch of lies as it proven now. And these are the people who have defamed Sunanda Pushkar. And they ought to ask themselves why they did so. And Mr. Rajashekharan, you ought to apologize at the end of this debate for making that completely chauvinistic, trivialized remark. I give you one last chance to do so.
Definitely not. Definitely not. See,
But the
as a
law
defense
says
lawyer,
No, let him-
if you-
a dead
if you-
person
no,
should
as a
not be
defense
defamed.
lawyer,
There is only
you
one
have to go
statement.
into the
Whoever
merits
has
of
to
the
be
case.
investigated
See,
will be
Vijay,
investigated. The
this
law
is
will
the
catch
public
up.
domain.
You know, this
This
is
is in
what
the
it
public
is all
domain.
about.
See, all these
We are
things.
very
even
sorry
after
that
police
Sunanda
people like
will
you
investigate
claim to be a
the law
lawyer, a
will catch
journalist,
up.
an educated person.
No,
even
no.
the police
Sunanda
We are
investigation
very
will reveal
sorry
the
about
end
you
on the day before
because
Yes,
you are
MN
an
Singh.
educated
MN Singh.
person and talking
MN Singh wants to say something. MN Singh wants to say something. Please, MN Singh. MN Singh, please. Last word on this debate.
Emin Singh, sir. Emin Singh, sir.
Yes, Arnab, what I want to say is that this personal matters of Sunanda Pushkar's life or Shashi Tharoor's life has no relevance, no value in the eyes of the law, number one. Number two, as it stands today, it's a case of murder against unknown persons. Now, unknown persons and Shashi Tharoor is certainly a prime suspect in the case, but that doesn't mean that you should immediately go and grab him by his neck and arrest him and put him in the jail. First, the police will have to establish that the suspicion against Shashi Tharoor is justified, correct and bona fide, and then only they can lay their hands on Shashi Tharoor. But his conduct certainly needs to be investigated. What has happened in between, certainly it seems that many people throwing up all kinds of theories have in a way tried to influence the course of investigation. At least this is what Dr. Gupta had said earlier, that he was being influenced.
I would like to say just three things at the end. 3 questions. Is there a big fish involved? In fact, is there a very big fish involved? A, are there big politicians involved? Right? Are there very well-known people known to politicians involved? Mark my words. Are there people who are very well-known in the public domain related to politicians involved? Involved in the sense, would their interests have been hurt if Sunanda spoke out? These are legitimate questions to ask. If Sunanda spoke out, could she have damaged the interests of these very powerful people? It's a very legitimate question. All of India is asking that question. Mr. Shashi Tharoor, you can run, you can hide for a short time, you can't hide forever. We invite you once again to give your side of the story on the News Hour. Shashi Tharoor goes to every channel. He doesn't come on this subject on the News Hour. I'd like to speak to Shashi Tharoor on this subject on the News Hour. This is an open invitation for a second night in a row. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the News Hour tonight.